Global tensions are creating economic uncertainty that threatens jobs, wages and prices in Singapore, says Defence Minister Chan Chun Sing. He highlights that while the country is not at war, neither is it at peace. Mr. Chan says the Singapore Armed Forces need to remain vigilant and strengthen defence ties to keep Singapore an oasis of calm amid growing security threats. Aslam Shah with this report.
Threats are growing and getting more complicated from the air, sea and online. At home, an aging population and low birth rates are straining Singapore's military manpower. So how is Singapore adapting amid rising tensions in the Middle East and the Indo-Pacific region? And what do these shifts mean for the everyday Singaporean? We asked the Defence Minister.
So today we are not at war, but neither are we at peace. Today, every day, across all the 4 services of the SAF, they have to deal with a range of threats and challenges on a daily basis.
Mr. Chan explains that the SAF's capabilities are continuously tested and that requires relentless effort to stay ahead.
Every year, the number of air threats that they have to verify to keep our airspace safe goes into the hundreds. The number of ships that our Navy and the Maritime Security Task Force has to deal with to ascertain their intent and to make sure that the Singapore Straits and our our strategic lines of communications remain open goes into the thousands.
Threats extend beyond the physical domain, even into the cyberspace where attacks come thick and fast, affecting the daily lives of Singaporeans.
Every day, we are dealing with the other whole of government agencies, thousands of attempts to penetrate our systems. It's a 24/7 operation to keep our system safe and secure. Because if they penetrate our system, it's not just a reputational issue or loss of some classified information. There could be real consequences on simple things from our banking system to whether our energy, our power grid will work, our water grids will work, our financial systems will work.
When these attacks don't make headlines, it means the system is working. But recent news is dominated by global conflicts. Pictures of war, leaders clashing, threats of escalation.
A more uncertain global security environment will certainly lead to or reinforce the uncertainties in the economic environment. And this will then have implications of the job opportunities in our country, the kind of wages that our people can command, and even the prices that we have to pay for the commodities that we have. So why would the average Singaporean be concerned? Because of jobs, wages and prices.
He warns that overseas conflicts can fuel local tensions, raising the risk of security threats, including terrorism. The SAF stays ready for such threats, many kept confidential for strategic reasons. Mr. Chan noted that there is support for higher defence spending if needed, but stresses it must stay flexible and sustainable.
There will be areas that we will need to spend more because of the new nature of the warfare, but the capabilities required may not correspond to just the amount spent, because today there are also new opportunities for us to look at other low-cost options to complement what we have and what we need. So I think we will continue on that trajectory.
Back home, Singapore's super-aging population means more responsibility for full-time and operationally ready national servicemen.
Actually, you will see that there will be more leadership opportunities for many of our NSF and NS men because we are going to increase the amount of technology that is required, and we are going to have more decentralized operations based on this. And you have seen this in the warfare in the recent conflicts, that people are operating in much smaller units, but much more powerful units because they can call upon the war-fighting capabilities of the entire system.
MINDEF is also exploring new defense roles for those outside conscription, including women and volunteers, which has long been a source of debate.
I don't think we are making that decision now, but short of that decision, are there more opportunities for the women to see and experience and contribute? Oh yes, certainly. And I think MINDEF will respond to that.
Interest from women and volunteers is already growing, with 8 applicants for every volunteer slot. As former Chief of Army, Mr. Chan reflected that some things in the SAF remain steadfast: its unwavering core values and a relentless commitment to staying ready for whatever challenges the future may bring.